Right, welcome to another random video. This time we're going to have a look at the rooftop tent. Bought second hand, no idea how many times it's been used or how old it is, although I think it's about 3 or 4 years old now. I've used it for a few months now, various conditions. Had it up in really bad wind, to be fair, 40 odd mile an hour. So yeah, it does seem to be holding out well, but we'll have a quick look how to set it up and let's see how it's fared over the years. Let's go. Right, first thing is these little locks. Not going to provide much in the way of security, but yeah, that little bit extra of extra defence just helps keep this side secure when you're travelling. They just hook on underneath, but what I found with it connected to the trailer here, it's not on the roof bars, is it's quite difficult to get under. So I have just put a couple of tie wraps on there just to act as extensions really. And the next bit, there's one here and there's the exact same on the other side to take off. Right, once these are done on each side, let that go up. Let's get rid of that out of the way. And what we will do is just move that. Right, I do keep these on top of the ladder feet, mainly to help protect the window on the roof. I'll try and show you, but it's discoloured in two places where you can see it's been rubbing on the feet there before I've got it. Still haven't quite mastered doing this yet. I don't know how you do this if it's on the top of a car. Sort that ladder out in a second. There are some clips to put on. Sort those out in a minute when I've got the main pieces on. Right, we have 2 poles to hold this window out. Obviously there's exactly the same on the other side. They just fit in there, force it through the hole. Same with that one. There is a mesh on the outside and the waterproof layer behind it. Obviously, in my head, I would say the more you use it, the quicker you'll get at setting it up. I'm still taking a while, if I'm perfectly honest. These ones are an absolute pain. And I don't know why. Before I forget, you may notice there's tape on the ends of the brackets. That's because when you're trying to take these out of these, it's alright on the windows, but on here it just seems to pull the little protective grommets off. The edges just velcro down. They don't seem to be a perfect fit. You know, when you see it in the pictures, that's all nice. I can't seem to get it that way, and I don't know why. This elastic on that side has snapped, so it's just been tied up, and I've again used some more tie wraps just to extend. But that is that. Because I've had to tape these, I have colour coordinated them. I've put the black ones for the windows because they don't have any of the little protectors on the ends anymore. And them ones I've just colour coded white, just the 2 for the door. I'll just point out that here, where that goes in now, that's quite sharp. It was like this when I got it. It's almost as if it's worn away quite a bit. Still works perfectly fine, but I'm not sure what's caused that. It's happened on both sides. That side I normally have open a little bit because that's where the pipe goes in for my diesel heater. There you are, that is currently all set up. The actual outside, all this fabric, this still seems in really good condition. I have used some Fabsil, try and waterproof it again. Because when I was down in Devon at the back end of last year, we had some high winds and a lot of rain. So although I didn't get wet in the tent, there were some damp patches, especially along these edges at the bottom. So where I'd got a bag or some clothes resting against this, they got wet. But otherwise, I'd say for the years and the use, it has held up really well. Let's take a look inside. I will say that having the doors connected at the top, I've just pushed them over the top at the moment. You can roll them up and secure them, but that just is a monumental pain in the ass. If they went off to the side or down on the floor, I don't know. It just seems to be, when you're trying to get in and out the tent, they just seem to be hanging in the way all the time. Not entirely sure why. This one does have some lights. I've run an extension cable inside the trailer, so they powered off the battery rather than having some battery bank in the tent with me. So I'll just go and switch that on. I'll put the lights on for you. Right. These came with the tent. I don't know if they are factory fitted or whether the person I bought it off fitted them. They are on, where is it? There it is. A little button. And they are dimmable. It's just a strip that goes around the edge. Absolutely fine. Leave those on. On the top, there is a skylight. And I'll there you see the yellow marks. That's the plastic on the outer skin, where it's been rubbing on the feet during transit. Hopefully they shouldn't get any worse now. So that's just a mesh, and then that's, there we go. And there's a window on each side. This is the one I normally have open a little bit at the top, just to have the pipe coming through for the heater. Again, just the fly mesh on the outside. And here we have just a couple of pockets for phone, keys, that kind of thing. One on each side. And again, the interior seems to have held up really, really well. The mattress that's in here isn't particularly thick, but it suffices. I think if you tried to put a thicker mattress in, you would struggle to close the lid. I've tried keeping blankets in here, and it just becomes too bulky. I have a mattress cover on here permanently. I can just take off and wash as and when. Also that's quite thin, so that doesn't really make much of a difference. The headlining on the back, quite soft to the touch. In places, although not where I'm touching it now, it's come away from the backing a little bit. Yeah, completely lost it now. But other than that, that's in that top corner, I can see it. Let's see if I can show you. There, look. It's come away a little bit, but nothing detrimental to the use of the tent. Well, yeah, there you go. So, if you are in the market for a second-hand tent, these direct 4x4 ones, from my experience, obviously I'm not an expert on these things, I'd say, yeah, give them a look. Tent box, things like that are quite popular, but I've never been in one, I've never seen one set up, I've never had the feel to it. But these direct 4x4 ones, yeah, it seems to have held up. It goes out on the lanes with me on the back of the trailer. It's been up in all kinds of weather, it's held up. So yeah, that's my opinion of it. Not much else I can give you. Try and get one for the right money. I don't think they're the dearest on the market new. So if you have the budget, you may want to buy a new one and avoid any risks that second-hand purchases can be. But yeah, get one and get out and enjoy it. Are they better than a ground tent? I don't know, if I'm perfectly honest. I sleep just as well in the ground tent as I do on here. Yeah, I don't know is the honest answer. But what I will say while I think about it is this one is big enough for me and a bit of gear. How we get on when me and my lad go to the Alps with it, I don't know. Is there going to be enough room for two of us and a little bit of gear in here? We'll wait and see. We're going mid-June, so obviously there'll be a video out sometime in July when I get round to putting it together. So if you're interested in how we get on with that, then yeah, subscribe and keep an eye out for it. So yeah, that's me done. See you later.